Well guys, welcome back, and here we are, 48 hours at Winter's Lake at Manor Farm Fisheries, or Manor Farm Lakes as they call it now. Absolute buzzing to be back on the bank. 2 nights, first night I've done on the bank for more than 2 months, so I'm buzzing, absolutely buzzing. If you didn't notice by the pretty pink pillow and my daughter, I've got the family with me. We have our family social here at Manor Farm because you see our matey playing a fish there. The match lake runs right behind here, and I can fish and the kids can fish at the same time. Makes sense, doesn't it? Don't interfere with my fishing, keeps the missus and kids happy at the same time. Buzzing. There's my little daughter, already good, doing her nails, look. Bless her. Yeah, I set up one bivvy. Well, barely, put a few pegs in it. Obviously I've got to do 2, because I've also got my other daughter with me who's 3, I had to think about that one, and my other boy who's 11. So it's going to be a crazy little trip. I'm going to try and get some nice recordings done without getting terrorised by them. The missus has brought just about everything with her, full of chocolate, full of crisps, and loads of goodies for them to get sugar rush on and act like crazy monkeys. But hey ho, we're here, back on the bank, loving life. Got this beautiful little peg here. It's the closest peg to the car park, which is convenient because she's brought absolutely everything. And to be fair, I've got like 4 beds with me and all. So yeah, but buzzing to be here for the night tonight. We're going to be having a barbecue later, getting the fire on the go, loads of bits and pieces, all them good things to look forward to on a good family vacation. And look at them reeds running along there. The wind's been hacking in here. I'm an hour and a half late on the ticket, and I still managed to get this peg. I wanted to fish here for ages because no one can interfere with you, no one's cutting you off line wise. I'm buzzing. A big gal will be nice, but just a bite will be fine. But there are some big gals in here, and I'm going to give them a bit, and we'll go through the baiting approach and that in a bit when I get sorted out. So for now, I'm going to get this big pile of mess sorted out because there's still more to bring over from the van, and we'll have a catch up in a bit. See you soon. Well guys, here's the mix that I'm putting out. I'll give you a little look. It's a mixture of all sorts of particles. Got some chopped boilies in there, some crumb and some pellet. Loads of goodness. So hopefully you guys would have seen the recent video on my spod mix, and that's the mix I'm actually using right here. And yeah, it smells absolutely amazing. So I'm going to continue getting this out, and we'll have a chat before the evening sets. So I'll see you in a bit. Morning guys, sorry for the no evening update last night. Time's got away from me. Got the barbecue food on, it got late and the kids were starving and all that lot. But in the night, had a productive night. I had a 18-pound common, 2 little ones, probably about £4, believe it or not. And then this morning shortly seen a little while ago in the retainer. I got a nice fish, not sure how big, I'm guessing around the 20 pound mark. Lovely looking mirror. So looking forward to getting that out and seeing when that goes on the scales. But things are not quite going according to plan, that's why it's always good to bring backup choices. So I've been fishing like little, say, dumbbell hookers and that, Enzyme and Total Chaos and that, and I've been getting plagued by small fish. It's quite bad really that they took them out here, because they've been in here for a few years now, and I'm talking there's thousands of them, a lot of nuisance fish in here, and they're all baby carp to be honest. There's a lot of rudd in here too, but the carp are the ones doing the damage down there on the bottom. There's a lot in here, sort of that big to that big, and they're just mullering the bait. So I'm going to change my approach. I've put bigger hooks on. I'm going to fish real long hairs, maybe like even an inch gap in between the hook. Yeah, leave a good inch between the bait and the hook, and I'm going to put these rubber pop-ups on top. You can see that there. I've got these from ESP, these are pretty cool. So I'm going to fish two big snowman rigs, both with really hard hooker bottom baits. They're glugged out as well, they're nice and stinky. They're going to sit like that, one on each rod. And also, because I tie my rigs in knots, not in knots as such, but tangling them up pretty much. I was fishing anti-tangle sleeves like that. If I get close to the camera for that one, it might be a bit blurry, but you'll be able to see it. So now I'm changing to that one. So it's just going to kick it away from the lead and keep resetting itself a little bit better, as it is absolutely getting mullered down there. So I went with a heavy particle and bait approach yesterday. It worked because I've had a couple of nice fish, and it hasn't really done too many bigger fish recent, due to all the little ones just smashing everything up. But I can't be dealing with being plagued by these small fish. It's you know, this is a specimen lake. It's not cool, but it makes up for it because it is such a beautiful place. It's such a shame really, because the carp are in here, and if they took the little ones out, like they should do, or add more pike or perch for future reference, then these big fish would keep getting bigger, do you know what I mean? And they would be struggling for food and that. I've looked across the lake this morning, the whole lake is dead, there's no fizzing up, because there's no bait to be fizzed on, because the little ones are just eating it all straight away. So luckily enough, in the van I've always got some 18s swelled up, so I've soaked them in water. They've been soaking for about 48 hours, so they're really swelled up, so they're like 22 mil, and I'm going to feed that out now. I've got quite a lot of them with me, so I'm going to leave the dumbbells out of here. I'm not going to bait up with any more dumbbells. I'm just going to, no more pellets, just strictly swollen 18 mil boilies now, and stick with this big snowman rig, and we'll see if we can pinch one of them really big gals. Right, I'm going to get to it, and I'm going to sort these rods out, and then we'll get that carp out, and we'll have a look and see what she goes on the scales. See you in a bit. Well, here's that nice mirror now. Lovely scaly looking mirror. A real big head this fish. Let's give it a quick weigh actually. £20 an ounces. Cracking looking carp though. Hey. Real long fish this one. Bit of water on there. Looks like it's been spawning hard, this one. Keep it low to the mat for a second. Get me lively, I've had it in a retainer for a little while. Let's see if he'll just... It's quite a bright day, so... There you go, look. Lovely scaly mirror from Manor Farm. A bit underweight, either through spawning and probably to do with the high numbers of baby carp that survived in here the last 3 years through spawning. Right cracker. Proper result. Had a common similar size in the night. I didn't weigh it, but it's definitely around this size. So it's good on the other side. It actually looks like a fish I had last year from here. I won't know until I check the photos for sure. It's hard to see because it's a beautiful hot morning. Right, let's slip her back and we'll have a catch up soon. Well, tactics are paying off already. Changed both the rods this morning, as I explained earlier. And just as I was slipping that one back in a retainer, literally it swam out itself. I didn't even get a chance to let it go. This absolutely roared off. Got a lovely common, which is in fact crapping my bait everywhere. On my particles, look, it's been eating all night, that fish. And there's a lot in here as well, look at that. Piles of it. He's been on it. I'll just show you how quick they can pass food this time of year. Let's get her up for a quick look. Lovely looking common. Clearly been on the munch. Buzzing. Another bite on the bank. Lovely looking little clean common, this one. Perfectly proportioned. I'll slip her back. Hi guys, it's early afternoon now and it was pretty dead up where I was. I hadn't seen a carp for hours, so I pulled the rods in off the bottom. I left the kids down there and I come down here for a bit of hours peace and quiet. No, in all honesty, the kids have had a great time. They've caught lots of fish. The little girl, she's caught plenty of big rudd and one little carp, and the boy has caught 3 carp, all around 7 to 8 pound. So I thought I'd take a walk, beans around the rods in, try and find an opportunity because there's only 3 of us on. So I just walked down to this corner and I found a bit of an opportunity. I've managed to get a few fish feeding. It's about 40 minutes ago. You can see my bag and that there and my rod. I come down and put some floaters out, loads, just scattered them everywhere. I thought I'd leave them half out. I've come back, there's a few fish feeding. I just brought all the essentials: rod, net, mat and stuff like that, and tripod for a bit of recording. And I'm just waiting to see a few of the big ones come in. Hopefully we'll get a rod out there and pinch a big gal. So yeah, I'll try and get a bit of action on the GoPro. So hopefully I'll be seeing you soon. Right guys, rookie boy error. The GoPro's full up, so I'm not going to get no footage on that unfortunately. Rookie boy error, eh? Made sure I had all 3 batteries charged and then forgot to empty the SD card. But still good news, there's still fish feeding behind me. So basically I just wanted to run you through how I get these fish going on the top. There's a big area out there. Let me just move my big meathead out there, look. And when I got here I only seen 1 or 2 fish on the surface, not many at all. And my method is mainly weight, get them feeding and weight, but to get them feeding, I spread the bait everywhere across the whole place, catapult it here and spom out long, get it in close everywhere, try and get some interest to the fish feeding, let them clear the initial lot, get some confidence, and then I start, when they're looking for it, I start targeting in a certain area and try and bunch the fish together so they get more confidence and they start charging for the baits more and competing, and that can lead to more bites on the old surface floating and that. So I'm going to put it to good practice hopefully now. I've already started to round the fish up and I'm targeting on one area with a catapult, which is getting some little pellets out, floating pellets. So I'm going to re-top it back up now. I've let them clean it all again. They've had about 2 or 3 free feeds now. I did have 2 casts a little while back and to no prevail unfortunately. But I'm going to get a bit of pellet out there now and hopefully this game plan will come together. But they're very cagey, these fish are being very, very cagey. Right, well I narrowed that down now to probably the size of a couple of bivvies, a couple of large bivvies. So I'm going to leave that now. The pellets are a little hard for a little while. Within 3 or 4 minutes they were soaked up, pumped up, and gone all soft and mushy, just the way they like them. Hopefully we'll be catching up with the fish soon then. Well guys, I'm still absolutely zapped from that battle. 20-minute battle, unbelievable. And although I'm fishing on light gear, I decided to really step it up this year. Nothing under £12, so I just had enough of losing the odd big fish here, whether it hits a weed bed. I thought, you know what, I'd rather a few less bites and landing the fish. And I've got an absolute spectacular specimen here. This is made my trip. It's jet black, it's long, it's powerful, and it's perfect. And that comes in shape of this absolute mint Manor Farm common, a few ounces under £29. Look at that. I knew it was a big fish. This must be one of the 30s. It must be. Got to think they probably spawned, what, 6 weeks ago or so. It has to be one of the big ones. Well, I don't want to say it has to be, but look how long it is. And it's not thin either. It's relatively chunky. Absolutely buzzing. Can you believe it? On light gear. Oh man, I'm so made up. What an absolute stunning fish. You beautiful looking wood carving. Right, I'm going to flip around and have a quick look at the other side. Stunning, what epic action on the old floater rod, eh? I don't get to do much floater fishing these days because I don't really fish peak summer, you see. I don't fish June and July anymore. I stopped that about 2 years ago. Yeah, so when I do, it's nice to get in. This one's got a little bit of mouth damage actually on the right hand side. It's not from me, because I was hooked just on the edge of the bottom lip. Look at that. What an absolute stunning creature. I'm properly made up with this. Big old paddle. And boy, I would have said it was close to £30. Just a low 20. They got spirit, the old low 20s, but they ain't got that spirit. This was flat rodding me at 40 yards, mate. I couldn't stop it, so, and that's the result. Yes, loving live, man. Right, so I'm going to get her back. There's a few fish taken, but none quite as big as this. I waited for the A team members to push back out the hole there. They come back out, and I capitalised. So I'm going to slip her back now. She's been pretty good on the bank, as to be expected. She's absolutely knackered. And I think I'm going to go back to the bivvy, see the kids, see the missus. I think about getting the rods out for early evening and getting some grub on. So I'll catch you up in a bit when we sort the rods back out down at the bivvy. Wow, you absolute beaut. Just one more little look. She's flaring up. Look at that. Wow, absolute chunk. Quality. Right, let's get her back. Right then guys, rods are out, traps are set. Thought I'd give you a little look at the rods. I've been quite busy this session, as you can imagine, with 3 little ones. I've got my light rods with me. I loaded some big 30s in here. Oh, hello. Liner. That's the problem with this place. You get a lot of nuisance fish smashing your bait, to be honest. So I've gone as big as I can with big snowman rigs. But yeah, I've got my light gear with me because there's just no weed in here whatsoever, to be honest. And there's a lot of doubles and 20s, and these rods are more than adequate. They're only 2 1/4 test curve, but they're proper good ones. The old Fox Duo light tips, awesome, absolute awesome rods. Got my semi big pip reels too, all loaded up with new line. Done them at the beginning of the year, and I fished over across there. I've moved the right hand rod from the deep hole towards. Let me do this a bit. It was there, and now I've got one here and here. If you can see that from my little fat finger. So I put them on a double spot now. They're about 8 foot apart, 6 to 8 foot apart, and I weren't going to put a load of particle out and a big mix. I was going to stick to big boilies, but I just stoved it in, didn't I? Jesus, just went for it. 24 hours in, I've got 24 hours left. Tomorrow's going to be rainy, drizzly, much more carpy. It's been boiling hot today, and I thought, I've seen a couple of pictures of some old guy. He showed me all this sip linear and this fully scaled all at 28, 29 pound. I'm like, bloody hell, what, them fish are in here? Jesus, right, I'm fishing hard. I'm having it. You know, after that beautiful common, which I found out, by the way, was actually an 18 common. It's one of the 30s. So buzzing, second time ever here, and I get an 18 member. And an old mirror, an old original mirror, that scraper 20. That's an original fish too. It's been in here for years. You can see dusk is setting in. Over here looks a lot lighter, but look, when I look up there, looks dark. Show you around the camp. I've had to tidy up because we've got some rain coming in. Everything looks nice until you see that chair. Not very carpy, is it? It's the missus's chair. A little laxing one. But yeah, so it's been a good trip. I've got a little while left. Oh, that might be fish on. It's either fish on or, yeah, fish on. Gotta go. Oh, pick him up. Be well behaved. When I say fish on, look at that. Beautiful little miniature common. It's not what we're after though, is it? You know what I mean? Just smashed a double 18 miller, that did. Frustrating as hell. He's eating all my particle, all my boilies into that size mouth. He's double 18. Ridiculous. Must only be half a pound. But yeah, so I'm going to slip this back, get the trap reset, and hopefully one of the big gals will come along and muscle these little guys out the way. So yeah, until then, hopefully we'll have an evening update tonight. If not, I'll see you bright and early in the morning, either way. Well guys, change of tactics paid off. Got one of the big girls, haven't I? Right down there. Looks like it could be two 18 members in one trip, eh? There's only 5 30s in here. I could have had 2. I haven't weighed it, it's a big fish. I had it just on daybreak this morning. Put up an epic fight on these light rods too. I weren't really expecting to tap into the real big uns, but the rods handled it just fine. I'm talking pretty low at the minute because everyone's still asleep. The missus and the kids and that. It's nice and peaceful. I don't want to wake them up. I want to enjoy this moment by myself for a second. It's been 48 hours of madness. But we're going to get her out. We're going to have a look and see exactly which fish it is. Well guys, just as I expected, we've got one of the crowns of the lake, and this one is 30 pound 10 ounces. Buzzing, 18 member, 2 18 members in a 48-hour trip, and the second time only ever here. And it's been a battle really. Not in the way as in super hard carp fishing, in the way that there's so many small fish. I've had 5 fish under half a pound carp, and they just suck your bait and they destroy everything. They take your boilie off the hair within 2 hours. So you've got to adapt and change and get everything in perspective if you want to land these big gals. And that really is one of my strong points on all these lakes, is my versatility and knowing how quick to change things, and it's paid off. And it's lovely silver and black 30 pound common. Look at that. There's only 4 or 5 30s in this lake, and to come here and bag this one and that one a little bit under 29 yesterday, 2 magic fish, look totally different. This one's silver and black and the other one was goldy brown chestnut. But look how black his head is. Absolute stunner. Mint condition, perfect mouth. Loving it. Oh, and I'm back in the rat race, and after these big girls, and it's a good confidence boost to get me on the road. Absolute magic. Flip around, have a quick look at the other side. I was only in the retainer for probably 20 minutes, and there's a lot of bait passed through into here. So it was definitely one on the munch for a while. And the conditions haven't been ideal, to be honest. It's been really muggy and hot, so I've had to make the most of it. It's got such a black head. You know, these fish are the original fish into this lake. They're old fish. Check it. Check it. Loving life. Manor Farm. Well, been quite kind to me. 2 visits, 2 epic visits, and the kids have had a great time as well. Absolutely loving it. The wrist of this tail is so thick here. Absolutely magical. You have literally made my trip. Put her down. The slipper back. Oh, just before I do, in fact last night I was the only one on, so I could have done lots of crazy things last night, and I actually changed my tactics to put 2 rods on a 1 6-foot area. I had all this space in this bay here. I've got this whole bay to myself, I've got the whole lake to myself, and I thought, do you know what, it just feels right. 2 rods, 6 foot apart, and I put a lot of bait in the concentrated area. And I got played by a few small ones. I had a few small ones, but it paid off in the end with this absolute view. I'm absolutely buzzing, loving life.
Musical.
Very quiet this morning after that big 30-pounder. Absolutely loving life. Big girl on the bank. Get in there. So yeah, I just thought I'd give you a quick update where we're at. The left hand rod, I told you I put them all on a double spot last night, about 2 hours before dusk, and put a reasonable amount of bait in over the double spot. No, I've seen a few bubbles coming up over there. I think they might have been small fish, because obviously there's loads of little babies in here. But I pulled the left hand rod off the spot. I've left the right hand rod on the main hard spot, because I actually had that big common slightly to the left of the spot in a little silt patch this morning. So I pulled the left hand rod. I've been eyeing a little spot up there. I've been putting a bit of bait in along these reeds, and I did start off fishing it and it didn't feel right at the beginning. I put a lot of particle in down in this corner. Let me zoom in for you. Right there, I put the particle in. Like a proper baby, but we've got both the traps set, both on different spots now, one on the big baited area, one on a scattering of 20 baits, and we'll see what happens. We've got 6 hours left now. I'm going to have a little pack away, start getting a few bits back, thinking about getting home and getting these kids in the bath. They're all sweaty and dirty, and you know how kids get, eh? But it's been a great trip, and we'll have a catch up before we go away. I'll say my goodbyes and all that lot. So yeah, hopefully something carpy will happen before then. See you soon. Another session done. What a crazy session. Mixture of emotions. With all the kids here and all the little carp and that. And then finishing off with them 2 real big 18 members. Loving it. Might be a bit distorted at the minute because the wind's hacking through now. I'll point you on them trees over there. We've got gale force winds coming in this afternoon. We're packed up just in time. So it's time to say goodbye to the place for another year. I won't be back till next August. Next little family social. Gotta love it, ain't you, eh? So we're all packed up, look, everything else is done. Hiked all the gear up there, just left with the barrow now and the camera. Thought I'd say bye. So if you made it this far, I really appreciate it. You're a true carper if you made it to the end. Keep watching, keep following, and hopefully we'll get some big gals on the bank again soon. See you in a bit.